Steve, after all the dramas on the Hadrian, how's this event going?
It's going very well at the minute. No problems. It just hesitated at the start of the last stage. We presume with it just idling quite a while at the start. It just went dead in second gear. We thought, not again, but cleared itself, going very well. No problems as yet.
The ones that I've had in, yours is the fastest time so far, so I will wait set to see what happens later on.
I'll be pleased if we're still the fastest when you get the others in.
Right.
Keep your fingers crossed there.
Chris Atkinson.
Chris, are you setting the pace again today?
No, we're not. We're having a bad day today. We've had a spin or a straight on at a hairpin, really. Couldn't get the car round. I'm not feeling very good, and the car isn't feeling very good. And all in all, it's not going so well today.
With Stuart Nichols retiring for the first time this season, here's Jimmy McRae with the AC Delco Manta, acting as course car. And amateur film provides us with evidence of Chris Atkinson's downfall while challenging for the lead. He finds an unexpected gully on the inside of a hairpin. A self-same hairpin that he took a wide line round in the morning. With Atkinson and Nichols out of the way, it's Fairley's day and he's seen here hard on the tail of an escort. Russ Swift gets his best results so far overall with a second, while Chris McAuliffe scores an excellent third. Scotland and the Border Counties Rally on yet another hot, dry and dusty day. It's Kingsley Ingram who is making the pace after Stuart Nichols has had his first accident on an Astra Challenge round. Last year's second place man, Scotsman Colin Aitchison, has brought his Nova out for an airing. On into classic Scottish stages, with Kim Kirk here going well. Russ Swift, too, is putting in another impressive performance. But here it may seem that John Thompson could be the man to beat in last year's winning car, as already Fairley is out of the rally as well with mechanical problems. Kingsley Ingram is dropping back with an engine problem. And Colin Aitchison is giving the Astras a very good run for their money. This overshoot doesn't help Chris Atkinson's day at all. It's Thompson first, Kirk second, and in third place, Kingsley Ingram, with Atkinson finishing a lowly ninth. Welsh sunshine and the Telford stages, Russ Swift going well. The stage set for a real battle, with Atkinson, after two disappointments, vying for the lead still with Nichols, who has a couple of retirements behind him. Along with Russ Swift, John Thompson and Steve Fairley are also vying for top honours in the 84 Challenge. Here's Pat Messer, who just after he goes out of picture, totally destroys the car in a huge accident. But watch out, here comes a spectacular Chris Atkinson, admitting to pushing the car just that bit too much. As he comes to the hairpin, a drive shaft breaks under acceleration. Instant retirement, and his championship chances evaporate for 1984. The other one-make championship provides us with some amusement. And so, following the Larder Follies, we asked John Thompson if he'd hit problems.
We have, yes, on a sharp right-hander. We must have got a rock under the front wheel and it's broken the brake pipe off.
I see.
So we rushed out to the end, well, we got out to the end reasonably well, and then we managed to get a bolt off another car, off one of the spectators, and then we got down to the next time control, we're just a minute too late to get in, so
Which
we're out.
stage?
That was the end of the third stage.
We moved on to ask Russ Swift how he was getting on.
We seem to be 10th at the moment, which is a bit down on what we would like to be. I can't really tell till we get into service, but it seems to be down on power. It won't pick up at all.
And how's Stuart Nichols getting on?
Yeah, about 3 stages ago we negotiated a hairpin and drove at the tram lines, and instead of going round the tram lines we went dunk and up over the top. So it was a case of puncture on that side, it pushed the tyre off the rim.
So the Telford stages sees Steve Bamber's best finish with a 2nd place. Russ Swift makes it to 6th. Steve Fairley charges through to yet another win, while Nichols drives for a finish and makes a steady 3rd place. Mike Metcalf comes good to finish 4th. And with 1 round of the BTRDA Championship to go, Clinton Smith with the Manta 400 makes the championship his own, with yet another win on the Telford stages. Scrutineering at Scarborough. For the Quip Forestry stages, the final round of the AC Delco Astra Challenge for 1984. Bruce King, the series scrutineer, checks the minute details of every car to guard against bending of the rules. Onto the stages in the forests of the North Yorkshire moors, with Rob Walker finding that a gatepost is stronger than a Talbot. Four men, Nichols, Thompson, Swift or Fairley, could all win, dependent upon where they finish in this last round. And there are still places to fight for, apart from these first 4. Russ Swift has calculated the odds and has decided to go all out for victory. He sets the pace from the word go. For Nichols, a place in the first 15 will assure him a victory. At service, nothing is left to chance. Every minute detail is checked on the car. Under this sort of pressure, how does Steve Fairley rate his chances? And how's the event going so far?
Very, very slow start. All these long straights and 90s at the end of them, it's taken me a while to get warmed up, and of course I was a little bit nervous before the start, but I think we're all right now. I've calmed down a bit.
The ever-important results checks show that in the lead is Russ Swift, doing all that could be asked of him. John Thompson's chances, however, have suffered a sad blow. This roll has put him out of contention. Disguised as a Volvo, a Sherman tank tries to take out our camera crew. Kim Kirk puts in another fine performance, but loses out on the tiebreak to Brian Ferner. As a result of this, Ferner finishes 3rd. Steve Fairley finishes 2nd, a bare 2 seconds only behind Russ Swift, who scores his first victory in the championship. Nichols finishes 6th to clinch the championship and leave the positions behind him as follows. John Thompson from Sladeburn 5th. Kim Kirk from Exeter 4th, Thornaby man Steve Fairley 3rd, Russ Swift from Darlington 2nd, and 22-year-old Stuart Nichols from Walsall in 1st place. We asked the new BTRDA champion Clinton Smith for his views on the AC Delco Astra Challenge.
Well, I'm very impressed with it. Sometimes we think that perhaps we ought to be doing it, you know, just to see how we could drive one, because I'm sure there's a lot of talent in there that could well, if we're in the equivalent cars, could well be giving us a run for our money.
And what about Jimmy McRae, the British Open Rally champion?
I think the Astra Challenge has been a very good thing, and it gives the young people a chance to have a go at the sport, and they have another 10 or 15 or 20 competitors with the same car. I think it shows the potential of the driver as well.
We left the final word to the new AC Delco Astra Challenge champion, Stuart Nichols.
We knew what we'd got to do, and we went out there and did it, so we were very pleased.